Hey everyone. Today's topic, the world won't change for you. This is an unfortunate reality that many of us start to understand as we get older in life. And we start to realize that, hey, if we can't change the world, then there's only one thing we can change, ourselves. And that is what you should focus on, because it is way too difficult to try to change things external to you. I mean, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, but more often than not, you probably aren't going to be able to have big change on the things around you. And I'm not just talking politics, because obviously that's probably the main example everyone will think of when I say that you can't change the world, but you can even break this down to smaller things like modern dating and the landscape of that. Because a lot of people do not like modern dating, and I understand completely. There's a lot messed up within it, but we can't change the modern dating landscape. Like, good freaking luck. You'd have to go back in time and delete dating apps from ever existing, and there are a few other things you'd have to change as well, quite a few other things, and good luck. Like, we can't do that. So instead of trying to change the modern dating landscape and complaining about it, all we can do is focus on changing ourselves and adapting to the cards that we've been dealt. So that's what everyone should spend their time focusing on, because that allows you to reclaim your power, so you're not constantly feeling demotivated and like what you're doing doesn't matter, because you're thinking in this mentality of, I can't change what's out there, so what's the point in even trying? Well, stop thinking about it in that way. Stop thinking about trying to change things that you can't change. Focus on what you can change. You, and the way that you think, and the way that you're putting an effort and action into creating the life that you desire. If you don't like modern dating, well, change the way you go about approaching it. I'll give you my own experience here to help convey the point, because I don't really care all that much for modern dating, in all honesty, but I know that I can't change the landscape of it. I could make thousands of videos talking about it, complaining about it, and I could even spend money trying to advertise them all over the world. It probably wouldn't change much at all, because there are like almost 8 billion people on the planet now. Like, how the hell am I supposed to reach that many people and try to get everyone to change the way they think and approach dating? It likely wouldn't work. So at some point I just realized using dating apps probably isn't helpful, so I don't really use them much at all anymore. And also that means that I now strive to meet people in person. But along with that, I've just kind of realized I've never been happy when I made dating my main priority in life. So now I don't. Now it's like maybe my 5th priority, if even. It's actually so low on the list that quite often I realize I'm not even talking to anyone at all, and I start to think, if I keep going down this route, am I going to stay single for like my whole life? Well, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but it's not something I'm focused on right now, because instead of focusing on dating, I'm spending my time focused on creating the life that I desire, on getting to a place where my mental health is a lot better, where I'm happier and content most of the time, because I just don't like the way my life currently is. So if I don't like the way my life is, why am I going to focus on dating, which, as we all know, can be a rather hit or miss experience, when I can just spend time trying to create a better life for myself, so that I can actually view my life as something that I like. So there you go. That's one of the ways that I've worked on changing myself, instead of trying to change something I can't change, the modern dating landscape. So this is what you need to do in your own life as well. If there are things out there that you wish you could change in the world, just realize, maybe if you spent your whole life dedicated to them, maybe you'd be able to make like some small amount of change. Maybe. Probably not. That's just the truth, right? That's the way these things usually work. You have to be already in a position of power usually to be able to exact a lot of change in the world. So instead of trying to go that route, which is very, very unlikely, go down the route where you have a lot more power, which is just changing yourself and the way that you view things, or the way you choose to play in certain landscapes. So going back to that modern dating thing, if you don't like the modern dating landscape, then choose not to play in it at all. Just choose to take a break from it. Choose to not use dating apps. Choose to not make dating a priority in life. Choose to work on yourself and creating the life you desire. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. It's just important to think about what you have control over, where you actually have power to create change, because it sucks, but none of us can change the world, really. I mean, unless you're like the daughter of Jeff Bezos or somebody who's super rich and they give you a ton of money to work with, you probably aren't going to be able to create a lot of change in the world. And we shouldn't even view that thought as like something disempowering, because it's just a reality, right? It's like being a human being and wishing you were born a lion. Like, oh well, you're a human, not a lion. You just got to deal with it and keep going, right? Like, not all of us are born rich. Who cares? Although in that case, that is something we can actually acquire. If you want to be a lion, I mean, I'm sorry, there's no way you can do that, obviously, unless reincarnation's a thing. So yeah. But anyway, you guys understand my point here. So just work on changing yourself and not the world. It's way easier to go with the former rather than the latter. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, the easiest way you can help me out is just to throw a like and a comment on the video for the algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next video. Arrivederci.